cream of the crop of this division, in my opinion. They went out and got the quarterback in Matt Stafford. And now, I mean, people are talking about MVP with Matt Stafford.
The last I saw, he was the third most likely player to win the MVP, according to Vegas. I think that is going a little overboard.
Well, I mean, he has a lot of weapons to work with. This offense is going to move really well, we expect. And, I think they're not going to have a hard time outscoring most of their opponents this year with that defense behind them.
According to Pro Football Focus, Matthew Stafford was the 14th best quarterback in the league last year, and that was with the Lions. He's going to be a legitimate high-end quarterback. I think MVP is going a little overboard.
Right.
Especially with how involved I think Cam Akers is going to be, how good I think this defense is going to be. That being said, I have very high hopes for the Rams. I look at the schedule. There's a lot to like about the schedule.
You open up against Chicago,
Win.
So that's a win right off the bat. Then you do have a tough 3-game stretch from weeks 2 to 4. You got the Indianapolis Colts on the road, you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home, and you got the Arizona Cardinals at home. We're going to learn a lot about this team in the first 4 weeks of the season.
Oh, it's a growing period. You're going to see you're going to see what this team is at that point.
Right.
And I still think they're going to win 2 of those 3 games. I really do.
Oh, I believe so. I believe they'll get a win at home against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I've already predicted that. And then the Arizona Cardinals, I think, is a prime game for them to win. I'm not saying they can't beat the Indianapolis Colts, but it's going to be hard to go on the road and get that win. Indianapolis is a team that I don't ever want to see on my schedule, regardless of what team I am in the NFL.
I like that team. However, I'm looking at the Rams schedule right here in front of me, and after the Arizona game, there's a lot of damn wins in a row.
Right.
At Seattle, win. At New York, win. Detroit, Houston. Oh, look at they're going to win one of Tennessee or in San Francisco. I mean, is there any shot that half of these teams actually beat the Rams? I mean, Jacksonville, Minnesota, I think Seattle, either time. Houston, Detroit.
No,
There are a lot of wins on this schedule. Absolutely. But there are going to be some tough slogs throughout the season. That 3-game stretch that we talked about at the beginning of the season. Then you got Tennessee, San Francisco. You get the bye week, but then you got to go to Green Bay. Those are all going to be 3 real hard games to pick up in a row. And then you got to close the season out at Baltimore and then with the San Francisco 49ers.
I still look at this team and just I don't see any way that they don't win this division. I think there's too many questions with the Cardinals, too many questions with the 49ers. I think both of those teams are playoff teams.
Yes.
But I don't see a way that the Rams don't win this division.
I think there are 3 playoff teams in this division, in my opinion.
I mean, you got three teams with double-digit wins. You got the 49ers and the Rams at 14 wins apiece. And, of course, you've got them losing to your fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC Championship.
Of course I do. It's going to be a revenge game for the early season loss.
Yeah, that's how you see it breaking down. Yeah, guess what I do? I have the LA Rams in the Super Bowl. I do have them losing in the Super Bowl to the Bills, but I do have them in the Super Bowl.
Right. It's not going to surprise me. I think at this point it will be somewhat of a letdown for the LA Rams if they don't make the Super Bowl this year. And and when the expectations are that high, you always just, you always wonder if they can pay off on it. But if there is a team out there that can, I believe it's the LA Rams.
I do too. I mean, I just look at this team and there's so much talent. As long as you can avoid the injury bug and you can get Matt Stafford acclimated pretty quickly, I think the schedule's beneficial. Of even if he's not firing on all cylinders, I still don't see a way that you're not 5-3 after the first 8.
Right.
Going into that second half of the schedule. I really like this team, and I'll be honest with you, I think I've got them at 11-6, and that was with me trying to be overly rational and not have too many teams that are over 12 wins. I easily could see them at 12 or 13 wins. I could see them being the best team in the NFC as well.
Yeah. I had them at 14 wins on the season, and I don't think that's too much of a stretch.
I don't either.
The Rams are going to be one of those teams, again, that you don't want to face no matter who you are. I expect big things coming out of LA this year, and they definitely have a chance to do the same thing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did this past season and play in the Super Bowl that they are hosting. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene. 2021 win projections for the Los Angeles Rams. Hit that subscribe button so you see all of our win-loss projections, team by team, right here in the Sportsocracy. Once again, we are in the Wicked Weed studio, wickedweedbrewing.com. Drink different.